start coding, we need to download a software to code in. So firstly, just open up Google Chrome or Safari. Once you've opened up Google Chrome, type up Sublime Text 3 download. Once you have searched that up, click on the first site and then you'll come on this page. So you can choose OS X if you're on Mac, and if you're on Windows you can choose Windows 64-bit or the normal Windows. So currently I'm using Mac, so I'm just going to click OS X. And then a download should start on the bottom, and it might take time. It depends on your internet speed. Once mine is downloaded, I'll be back to you. So mine has just finished downloading, so I'll go in my downloads and then click on it. And then this should open up. And finally this window should open up. Finally, what you want to just do is drag Sublime Text to your applications, just like that. But I'm not going to do that because I already have Sublime Text installed. After you have dragged it in your applications, close the window, eject this, and then just delete the Sublime Text DMG. And then what you want to do is just go into your applications and open up Sublime Text. So here I have it open. What you want to firstly do is go into full screen. Then just hit Command Shift S or Control Shift S. It depends on what operating system you are running on. If you're on Windows, Control Shift S, and if you're on Mac, Command Shift S. Then you want to do Save As. You can call it whatever you want. So I'm just going to call it My HTML web page, and in the end you just want to keep it .html and then just click save. So here is your HTML document. Now HTML is made up of tags. There's a starting tag which looks like that, and an ending tag looks like this. The only difference in these two tags is in the ending tag there is a backslash before you write the tag. So over here we have the tag h3. And when we write h3, it comes in these two greater to and lesser to signs. And there are several different types of tags which make up a web page. So the first tag you want to keep is the HTML tag. So as you can see, just open the starting tag and then type up HTML. And then just close the starting tag and then just type the ending tag. The ending tag has to be written in the same way as I said. There's just a backslash. So now everything is going to be inside the HTML tag, the whole web page. So the first tag we want to have inside the HTML tag is the head tag. So type up head, and then you might get this suggestion thing. Click on that and then it'll auto type the ending tag for you. So inside the head tags, what you want to press is enter. So what we have inside the head is the title. So you want to start with a new title tag and press enter. So if we look at a normal web page, for example the Sublime Text 3 download, you can see over here that this is the title of the web page. So whenever there's a new tab, that is known to be the title. Sublime Text download, that's the title over here. So for instance over here we can call our title anything. I am going to call it my web page. There you go. And then that's all you want to have in the head, okay? Then after the head you have the body. So you want to make a new tag called body and press enter. And again just press enter so the body tags are parallel to each other. Now inside the body is going to be the whole web page. For example, if we go again to the Sublime Text 3 download, this is the body. As you can see, what I'm scrolling through right now is the body. This whole thing over here, all the text. So now I'm going to teach you several tags you can have in the body. So let's do this. So the first tag I want to show you is the paragraph tag, which is P. Press enter once you've typed the P tag. So here's the starting P tag and here's the ending P tag, as you can see. So you can have anything inside the paragraph. So let's say this is a paragraph and then full stop. As I said, you can have anything inside your paragraph. And then after the P tag, I'm going to teach you the tag which is H1 to H6. So you can choose any between H1 to H6. H1 being the biggest and H6 being the smallest. So I'll go for H3. And what H3 is a header tag. So header 3 means it's kind of in the middle size. If you choose H6, it's going to be the smallest header. And if you choose H1, it's going to be the biggest one. So as I said, I'm going to take H3. Let's have my header saying my web page. And then just close the header tag. And you want to close the header tag the same way you close the other tags. You might be getting the hang of it. Each tag is different. They do different things, but they're written in the same way, you could say. Now I'm going to teach you a tag known as mark you. So I've made an example web page over here. So over here, this is a mark you tag. The mark you tag is just moving across the screen right to left. So as you can see, once it's gone there, it'll start all over again. So it's kind of like an animation. So for that, you just do a normal tag and then you type up mark you. The spelling is M-A-R-Q-U-E-E. Once you've typed that up, close the starting tag and then have anything. Let's say this is my first web page. Full stop. And then close the mark you tag. And if you didn't know, Sublime Text closes all your tags automatically. For example, if we have a p tag and then we say hello world, and then when I type the backslash, it automatically fills it in. So I don't want the p tag, so I can just go ahead and delete it. Now what if you want to see how your web page looks? So imagine this is what you've coded and you want to see it. So just press Command-Shift-S or Control-Shift-S depending on what operating system you are on, and then click on Save, and then finally click on Replace. So over here I saved it on my desktop, and when I open it, it should open in Google Chrome or Safari. There you go. And see, the title is my web page as we kept it, and then for the paragraph we kept this is a paragraph. And then we kept my web page again as a header 3. And then we kept the mark you, which is kind of like an animation. Now let's add a few more tags. Now one tag I want to show you is the img tag, which also is the image tag. Now the image tag might be kind of hard, but if you get the hang of it and keep practicing the image tag, you'll get used to it. So open a new tag and call it img. And then without closing the starting tag, just press space and then type up S or C and then do equals, and then you want to have 2 quotation marks over here, and inside the source is going to be the image URL. For example, if I just take up a screenshot of my desktop just like that, and let's say I want to show this inside my web page. So what you want to do is just open up Chrome or any web browser and then take the image you want. You just drag that image into a new tab, then you'll get the whole URL for the image over here, and then press Command C. So as you can see, in the source you want to keep the URL. So in the src you want to keep your URL. Src is also known for source. So press Command V or Control V, and then there you go. And then there you go, there's your image. So let's just close the image just like that. So you can't actually close an image tag because you don't want to type anything inside the image. Let's see how the image looks. So press Command-Shift-S or Control-Shift-S and then click on Save and then Replace. Now if we open up our web page again, we can see that our image has come. So as you can see, the image is pretty big. Imagine you want to reduce it. So now I'm going to teach you how to reduce the image size. Just after you typed your source, you want to have width. So you type up width equals to quotation marks. Inside the quotation marks, you want to have a number. Let's say I want it 500 pixels by 400 pixels. So inside the width, I kept 500, and then we'll have height, which will be another number. Let's say I want the height as 400. So again, Command-Shift-S or Control-Shift-S, save, and then replace. And then when we reload our page over here, we can see the image is much smaller. You can try adjusting the width and height of the image. So if you see over here the mark you right over here, the animation which is scrolling across the screen, and the image are pretty close. Let's say I want a bit of spacing between the mark you and the image. So for doing that is very simple. So you just go right under the mark you tag or whatever tag you have above the image, and then just type a BR and then just close the starting tag, and there is no need for the ending tag of the BR. So there you go. Once you've typed up BR, there'll be some spacing. You can also again go down and then type up BR again, which will mean that you'll have 2 lines of spacing. So let's see how that looks. Command Shift S or Control Shift S. Save and replace. And let's see if we have a bit of spacing, and yes we do. Let's just let this come over here. And as you can see, there's a 2-line spacing because we have 2 BRs, and that is pretty cool. Now the last tag I want to show you is the UL tag or the OL tag. Now UL stands for unordered list and OL stands for ordered list. So firstly I'm going to teach you UL, which is unordered list. So firstly you want to type up your starting UL tag. Instead of closing it, you want to press space and then type up type equals to quotation marks. So you can choose from 3 options. The first one is circle. So whenever your list is there, it'll be in circles. For example, if I go in my example web page, over here it's actually not a circled unordered list, it's actually a square. If I had kept my type as circle, these boxes instead of squares would be actually circles. So first is circle, then we have disk, D-I-S-C, and then you can choose square. So I'm just going to go for disk. Disk is just going to be a normal circle, and the circle is going to be a circle, but there's going to be nothing inside the circle. You could kind of say it's like a hollow circle. So now let's just close our UL, starting UL tag. And now inside the UL you have LIs. So LIs go like this. And then inside the LI you can have something, let's say hey. Inside the LI, let's have another LI saying hi. And then a last LI saying how are you? Okay. So these are the 3 LIs. And then you can extend your list as much as you want. You can have like 4 things inside the list, or you can also have 15 things. So once you're done typing all the things you want in your list with the LI tag, you want to close the UL tag. So you just do that like that. If you see what I've written, that's how you close the UL tag, the same way you close all the other tags. So inside the type over here, you can choose from disk, circle or square. So be sure to note that down if you'll ever forget. So now let's go to OL. OL is an ordered list. So OL, instead of closing the starting tag, again we do the same thing. Type equals to 2 quotation marks, and inside the quotation mark you want to have your type. So there are 3 types of things you can choose from. The first one is A, which will be in alphabetical order, which would go like A, B, C, D and so on. And then we have Roman numerals, which would be I, and so on. And then finally we have number 1. 1 would be going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So for example, let's say I want the alphabetical order, which is going to be A. So as I said, you can choose from any of those 3. I, A, which is the alphabetical order, and that's what I'm using, or you can choose from 1. So be sure to also note that down. And you have to do the same thing. Inside the OL, you keep LI, which is going to be a part of your list. So again, let's just say hey, LI again, let's say hello, and then finally let's say in the LI hi. So these are 3 things in our list, and then same thing, we just close the OL just like we close the other tags. So those are all the tags I'm going to be teaching you for today. So as for now, let's just save this HTML document and see how it looks. So Command Shift S or Control Shift S, save, and then again replace. And then sometimes you might have this pop-up saying hello, thanks for trying out Sublime Text and a few other things. You can click on purchase if you want to purchase Sublime Text, but I'll always do cancel. Now if we reload our web page, we should have our new tags. So as you can see, the new things in our web page. First we have an unordered list, hey, hi and how are you. This is unordered because it doesn't go in any order, it just has disks. And then we have our ordered list, which is A, B, C, and then it can go so on and so on, D, E, F, G, more like that. And then, as I said, you can choose from different types. Type A, 1 or I, and then for the UL you can choose type disk, type circle or square. So as I said, be sure to note down all of these tags just in case you forget. For now, just practice all of these tags. We'll leave a Google Drive link in the description for all of these tags. So I hope you gained some new knowledge in this video about HTML and coding. I hope to see you in the next episode, and stay tuned for it. Goodbye.